what is the right age in which someone should have a proctology consultation?
I will say all females before getting married, they should go to a surgeon or a proctologist, whoever is available with them, to understand if they are not having any anal area issues, and then solve them and then go ahead.
So I'm sure you would have done videos before this. In one single day, what was the maximum number of videos that you had done before?
I had done maximum 5, not more than 5, never.
In the same time, you made 30 plus videos. So how does it feel, doctor?
It's feeling great, amazing, and it gives me boost to make these videos further, and I think it will continue further. It has to, because I think even if I land up into any problem, I hope you will be there, and
you won't land up in problem. I'll be there before you. And how much time did it take for you?
I did around 35 videos.
Hello everyone. Today I have with me Dr. Lakshman Salve, who is a proctologist, and not just that, he's a general surgeon for 20 plus years. Imagine, for close to 30 years of studying medicine plus treating so many patients. It's such a honor to have him here in Creatorwerse with us. Welcome Dr. Lakshman to Creatorwerse.
Thank you very much, madam.
So Lakshman, what helped you take up this general surgery as a profession, and what is this word proctology?
So when I was a school going child, my grandmother was suffering from diabetic foot, and we used to take her to the hospital, and I had to take all possible care for her. And that is where when I saw hospitals multiple times, and I realized how doctors and nurses take care of their patients. And there is the situation when I decided to go for medicine, and I decided to be a doctor. Though it is not easy for everybody to become doctor, dream of it and become a doctor, but I dreamt of it, I could become a doctor. After completing my MBBS, I was very much sure that, or I wanted to be a general surgeon only, and I tried for it, and out of so many people, I was the lucky person, and I will say I am really lucky person to be a doctor which you want to be, like to be a specialist which you want to be, because sometimes you don't get seat and all those things, but I wanted to be a general surgeon, and I became general surgeon. Now after general surgery, I practiced general surgery for about more than 15 years, and when I was practicing general surgery, I used to see many patients of proctology, like piles, fissures, fistulas. I will tell you an incident. In 2008, one patient came to me with some swelling over the buttocks, and he was in excruciating pain, and we were not able to find out why he is in so much of pain. So we did MRI, and we got to know that he has an abscess which is hidden, and it is not going to get treated without surgery. But I was stuck how to operate, because I could not see any opening there. So I called one of my senior surgeon, he himself is a proctologist, and I told him, sir, this is the situation, what should I do? And I will tell you all people, I am very fortunate that I got him as my mentor in the future. He was such a nice person. I will tell his name also, Dr. Pavitra. He told me, Lakshman, don't worry, you keep him his surgery in your hospital, I will come there and teach you how to do this. And this is the first incidence where he taught me how to do these complex surgeries. He became my guide and mentor, and with him I worked for a few years after that, and this made me to change my field from general surgery to proctology, because I realized that lot of patients are suffering from proctology issues, and they don't have answer. I mean, many doctors don't have answer to make them permanently cured, and that is why I chose the field of proctology.
So lot of people do not discuss any problem that they have in their private parts, and buttocks, anus, these are some things which are something like they don't even want to talk about it. So have you seen cases where it becomes really bad just because they are keeping silent?
Right. So this is very common issue with our field. Patients, especially females, I will say, they don't want to disclose this topic, they don't want to disclose their problems. And I have seen many people, many females coming in the age of 60s or sometimes 50s or 60s also, with a problem which they are facing for last 30 years or even 40 years, and they are suffering in silence. So I really think that this education about the anal area, proctology should go widespread. People should not suffer. Most commonly, females are very commonly suffering with these problems, and they don't want to discuss in private.
So, doctor, most often women they hesitate, especially post childbirth also. Sometimes fissures and all of that form, but they don't go and discuss with most people. So, how many cases have you seen this? Childbirth, post childbirth fissures being formed, and they don't even talk about it. So, can you educate women on this?
Right. So, pregnancy, constipation, post pregnancy period, these are quite vulnerable. All these periods are very vulnerable for all these issues of proctology. They can happen with these people. Like in pregnancy, they are carrying two lives. They are having two lives. One is baby and one then herself. So they are in need of lot of water. If they don't drink good amount of water, they land up into constipation, and at the same time lot of hormonal issues are happening, and that is why they are constipated. So they are very vulnerable for piles and fissures and even fistulas also sometimes. So there is spectrum of disease from in the period of pregnancy, in the last period of pregnancy, and even after delivery also. So at all stages, different kind of diseases or different kind of conditions they can suffer, and they go through lot of hell of problems. So in the pregnancy, first part of the pregnancy, because of giving some iron tablets or calcium tablets, they suffer constipation and they may pass hard stools. In the second trimester of pregnancy, because of the weight of the baby, they that presses on the colon, and then they get constipated. Or sometimes because of the pressure, piles happen. And in the last part of the pregnancy also, in the last part of the pregnancy, I will say, while at the time of delivery, it is a very delicate part. Vagina and anus, they are very much close to each other, and while passing baby out while delivery, anal area is very vulnerable structure which can get cut, which can get traumatized, and I tell you, lot of people are suffering, lot of ladies are suffering because of some trauma which has happened during delivery. And a lot of females, especially from the village side, they don't come out with their problem and suffer in silence. So every stage of the pregnancy has some complications or can have some complications. Even after delivery, females can suffer with these problems. And at now this point, I have recently had 3 ladies who had recently delivered baby, and they were having this problem, but they are delaying the surgery because they want not to have antibiotics gone to their babies, and that is why they are suffering maybe for 1.5 years in this part of the pregnancy and after pregnancy also. So I would like to suggest 2 things mainly for all these females. One is, go to the doctor if you are having something constipation or constipation related problem. Go to an expert proctologist and consult them before going for pregnancy. Like if you have problem before marriage, treat it before and then go for marriage. Or if you are recently married, you are planning for pregnancy, get your anal area tested or checked that you are not having any problem, because you are vulnerable for going through all these problems in coming few months. This is one advice. And other thing, and if there is some problem, get it treated, get it operated or treated before going for pregnancy. Other thing is, during pregnancy, please do have good amount of water, good amount of fiber, and in this period you need good amount of rest also. So don't sit or stand for longer time to avoid already compromised area of the compromised anal area because of pregnancy, and have good healthy diet. And after pregnancy or after delivery, if you have any problem, please don't hide it. Meet an expert proctologist to deal with all your complications which has happened.
Sir, if we go to a dentist every 6 months, we go to an eye surgeon once a year at least. What is the right age in which someone should have a proctology consultation? Should it be a routine procedure, or are there any signs that they should visit a proctologist for?
Very good question. I will say all females, before getting married, they should go to a surgeon or a proctologist, whoever is available with them, to understand if they are not having any anal area issues, and then solve them and then go ahead. After this age, next age comes for females is the age group of 40 plus. I will tell you, at the age group of 40, usually usually that ladies can have 1 or 2 deliveries, sometimes 3 or 4 also, and this anal or perineal area is very weak, and they suffer lot of time constipation which is intractable. I get lot of patients who are not able to evacuate completely in the age group of 45-50 age group of females. So what they need here is pelvic floor exercises, and these exercises are so important that their life becomes so healthy, active, and they remain very active for doing their daily activities. So I will say next age group is 40. You should visit a proctologist, and even if you don't visit, I can tell you here that you should do perineal exercises. We can call it as Kegel exercises, or simply you can do yoga, where your perineal area gets strength, and it can avoid lot of complications which can happen in next 10 years.
Superb. Between a male and a female, who is more prone to proctology related issues?
Again, very nice question. So males, we have to understand basic thing. Males have, why proctology problem happens is because the anal area is something different from other parts of the body. Anal area is covered by the muscles which we call as anal sphincters, and these sphincters are moving in different ways, like internal sphincter behaves of its own and external sphincter behaves at your will. So this functioning of the sphincter happens in different way, and that produces different types of problems in this area. Now males are usually have stronger muscles than females, and that is why they suffer. If they suffer, they suffer early. If they are passing hard stools, they suffer early, and and their recovery is also little painful. But usually, unless they have some problem with their diet, usually their percentage is less. But females have females percentage is more, because I can tell you here frankly that in the perineal area, males have 2 openings, females have 3 openings. So naturally, female pelvis is weaker than a male pelvis. Males have their anal muscles strong, so if they suffer a lot, but they can get cured if they are treated properly, they can get cured. Females have little lax or little loose musculatures, so usually they don't have lot of pain during recovery after surgery, and they get recovered early, they get recovered also fast, but residual problems can remain in females more, and this is a God given or a natural female pelvis. So, female have to be little more cautious about their perineal health than males.
So, nowadays if you see, there is an increase in anal sex, right?
Yes.
So, which gender gets affected by it most, and what are the issues that they don't discuss about it commonly, and when should they reach out to you?
I do get many patients about who are having anal sex. Usually they are males. Females I have rarely seen anybody, but in males I do get lot of patients. Recently I am getting many patients because of little awareness about LGBT community and all those things. And I will say here, anal sex is an unnatural sex, though it is getting considered as their emotional according to their emotional pattern and all those things, but anal sex does leads to multiple problems. It can be trauma to the anal lining causing fissures. It can be infection getting transmitted from other person to the from other partner to him, and it gives lot of laxity if a person is having anal sex for longer time. So, his loss of control over the stools can be little weak. So, these are the problems with anal sex people are getting. We can treat them, and I think most common reasons why they come is perianal infections because of the other partner. So, viral condylomata, we call it as viral warts, fungal infection. So, all these things are happening. So, consider, I am telling you, this is unnatural sex, it is against the nature. If you go anywhere against the nature, you are going to land up into problems. So, but if still you have that, if you still doing that, have safe sex, use condoms, and if you are having problem, consult a proctologist.
Wonderful. So, doctor, what is the age group in which you see lot of proctology issues?
Proctology is rampant in all age groups, all age groups. It is because of the changing lifestyle and dietary habits. It is rampant in pediatric age group, it is rampant in adolescents, it is again number of cases are seen in the middle age, and in the 40s usually females, and in the 60s also those patients who have hidden their problem, they are also coming up with multiple problems. So, I will say in all age groups I do get patients, but main age group I will tell is between 15 to 30.
So, in a newborn kid who's just being breastfed, sometimes we see they pass really hard stools, and it looks like a delivery is happening to a child when they're passing stools. Have you seen cases like this?
Yes.
And what is your advice to parents regarding how do they handle a situation like that?
Okay, so if you say a newborn baby passing hard stools, it can be more of a congenital problem than anything, because a newborn baby or for an infant for 1 year baby till 1 year of age, it is unusual that they will feed a wrong food to the baby. So, if it is happening in an infant or newly born baby, then it can be a congenital problem, which is usually a disease called as Hirschsprung disease, where genetically there are some neural innervation which is missing, and because of that stool gets impacted at one portion of the colon where there is no neural placement happen, and that gets dilated, and after 2 or 3 days when the pressure builds up, then he passes motion, and it is then a liquid stool. So, if it is like that, mostly it is a Hirschsprung disease, and you need to consult a pediatric surgeon. But the new issue which is coming in pediatric age group here is children more than 2 years of age up to, I will say, up to 10 years of age, they are eating lot of maida products or biscuits, bakery items, and they are suffering hugely because of this. Maggie is one of the worst food which is being fed to these children very commonly by the parents or mothers, and to avoid time, to save the time, but it is worst food, it is making life of a baby very vulnerable. Biscuits are commonly given. Many babies come to me with constipation and the issue which you have spoken now, and I simply advise some few dietary things, and it usually gets settled down, because nature is great, child is growing. So if you avoid causing factor, babies can reverse and they don't need any surgery usually till the age of 11 or 12 years also. I recently got a baby of 12-year-old, less than 3 weeks back. I operated on him for a perianal abscess and fistula. Now fistula is a very big disease, perianal abscess is a big disease. To do his dressing also is a big problem, to manage him is also a big problem. But all this happens because of the neglect of the parents, and they are not giving healthy diet to the babies when they need it. So my advice here, don't give junk food to babies, give high fiber diet, give the food which you had eaten, might be eaten when you were a child. So those olden days are still golden days, and try to remember your olden days to feed your babies and feed them accordingly.
So, the first time you stepped into Creatorwerse, how did you feel? I'm sure you must be seeing 100+ patients every single week, right? In spite of that, you are here to learn, you are here to make videos. What is your inspiration, doctor?
Okay, so there are two things happened recently. About 4 months back, one of my patients, or rather I will say two female patients, one from Switzerland and one from Nigeria, both had come about a gap of 3 weeks or a month, and I don't know, surprisingly they told me, we are fan of you and we had come from that place for only for you to get surgery done from you. And they both were suffering from fissure in ano, which is not a very difficult to treat condition, they could have done it anywhere. And they told me that whatever videos I have made in the past, they had seen those, they had read my reviews on website or Google, and they were fascinated by my video or whatever I have done. And I was really surprised, like at that corner of the world, if somebody is seeing my videos and coming here to get themselves treated, so what kind of impact videos are making. And see, I am 30 years of practice, so I am little older type of generation, so it becomes little difficult for us to go for this video creation, Instagram, social media. We are more involved in patient's care. But now I have realized, now your patient's care, if I consider myself an expert, and if that expertise doesn't go to the people who need it, then what's the use of it? So this one thing. And madam, I saw you giving talk in Dr. Printer Academy at DSR in Goa. Your way of talking, you being a doctor, I felt little closer to you, because you were a doctor, you are a doctor, and you still have taken such a big leap in video creation. And I was really struggling to understand how to create videos and how to go in front of camera and how to post it. I'm still in that phase, but when I got this opportunity, I thought I should make it, and I'm here to, after seeing your energy, after seeing your way of convincing in that DSR, and these two things came maybe around a month's time, and here is the boot camp came, I got arranged, and that is why I decided to be here, and I'm very happy to be here also now.
Thank you so much, doctor, for saying that. What was your biggest challenge that you have overcome?
My biggest challenge was writing a script, and I was thinking that I will never be able to speak in Hindi or English, Hindi or Marathi. But after coming here, you have guided me in a way that I can now convert my thoughts into my Hindi or colloquial language, so that I can reach maximum people. So, this big hurdle by teaching me how to write scripts and how to edit them, you have taken my big fear out of my journey for the future.
So, I'm sure you would have done videos before this. In one single day, what was the maximum number of videos that you had done before?
I had done maximum 5, not more than 5, never.
And how much time did it take for you?
I did around 35 videos.
Oh. So, what was the maximum time that you took to make those 5 videos?
A day, maybe 7-8 hours.
In 7-8 hours, you made 5 videos.
Yes.
And today, in the same time, you made 30 plus videos. So, how does it feel, doctor?
Yeah, it's feeling great, amazing, and it gives me boost to make these videos further, and I think it will continue further. It has to, because I think even if I land up into any problem, I hope you will be there, and
You won't land up in problem. I'll be there before you.
so nice.
So, what is one advice that you would like to give your fellow doctors regarding video creation?
So, when I used to discuss this video creation with my colleagues or my seniors, nobody is much willing to do all these videos and put them on social media. The main thing is that I have, or my seniors have grown up into an era where we are not supposed to advertise ourselves, and that has been inculcated in our mind that you should not advertise, you should not flutter yourself, you should do your work in silence. Patient is your target. If you make him happy or comfortable or disease free, that is done. But now I have realized that few patients come to me after listening to so many wrong videos, and then they land up into problem, and sometimes they, after seeing those videos, they realize that somebody expert is there and they come to me. Not flattering of your own practice, but these are educational videos, and they should be promoted, because this education will really make people aware of the reality, and that will help lot to our society. So, you may be ethically right, whatever surgery you do, you don't criticize other surgeons, or you don't criticize your colleagues. Do it in a simple way by focusing on the disease and education purpose, and then you are not doing any unethical work. So, this I can tell to my colleagues or fellows who are little hesitating to do videos, and I am telling you, if you have another 30 years or 20 years of practice, then this is must, or otherwise you are gone. You have wasted, you have spent so much of time in your earning this name and fame and knowledge, and if you don't do these videos and all those things, in next 5 years you will be out of the knowledge of the people. So, it is must to be in the practice.
What is one advice that you would like to tell doctors about Creatorwerse?
So, Creatorwerse is an academy where not only videos are made as a camera person is working there or something like that. It is in a whole. It is as a whole thing. They are helping you to create the videos, how to make the videos, how to write the script, how to talk, how to be in front of camera, how to do light adjustment, and every person in the Creatorwerse studio is very cooperative, and they have helped us in a long way, and they are very supportive. So, I am really thankful to Creatorwerse and Fortune Academy for giving me this much of knowledge.
Thank you so much, doctor, for your time, for stepping up your game, and for showing up so powerfully. It gives us immense pleasure to host you here at Creatorwerse, and we wish you all the very best for your future videos.
Yes, thank you very much, and I am obliged, and I am very thankful to you, madam. Thank you.